fictional characters. Whether you like them, hate them, don't care about them, and even feel bad for them, there is no denying that they are the most important element of a good story. But anyways guys, I'm going to be covering 4 fictional characters that I feel bad for. Also, let me know which character in the comments do you feel bad for the most. The first character I feel bad for is Walter White from Breaking Bad. For those of you who don't know who Walter White is obviously the protagonist of Breaking Bad. And he is a high school chemistry teacher who is just trying to make ends meet. One of the main reasons I feel bad for Walter White is because he never got the respect or appreciation he deserved before he became Heisenberg. You see, Walter White works 2 full-time jobs, trying his utmost hardest to provide for his family, and he is neither respected nor appreciated in both jobs that he works. Even his own family doesn't really appreciate him for trying his best to provide for them. Not only that, but even his own son Flynn prefers to be around Hank than him. Another reason why I also feel bad for him is that he is a weak and powerless old guy, and he is sick and tired of being viewed as a weak and powerless old guy, and he even knows that he is a weak and powerless old guy. And he is also not taken seriously by the people around him. We start to feel more bad for him when you find out that he has cancer and he only has 2 years left to provide for his family. Like, you could genuinely tell that he is concerned about what will happen to his family when he is no longer around to provide for his family. The next character I feel bad for is Homelander from The Boys. If you don't know who Homelander is, he is basically the villainous protagonist or the main antagonist of the Amazon Prime TV series The Boys. Homelander is basically a weaker, mentally unstable version of Superman with none of his heroic qualities. A huge reason why I feel bad for Homelander is because of his upbringing. You see, Homelander isn't someone who was raised humanly. He was raised to be a corporate product and an asset for Vought. Homelander never had parents who loved him, nurtured him, cared for him, taught him morals, taught him what's right from wrong. Neither did he go to school, make friends, play outside, and all that. Instead, he was raised in a cold lab with scientists who experimented on him 24/7. He was isolated his whole childhood, and not to mention, he was tortured mentally, physically, and psychologically his entire childhood. Just to let you know, I'm not trying to justify Homelander. I'm just explaining to you why the way he is and why I feel bad for him. If Homelander was raised right, he could have been like Clark Kent or Mark Grayson. But instead we get a mentally unstable man-child who could snap at any moment and kill you just because he feels like it. Next up we have the Joker. Now you're probably asking yourself, why do you feel bad for the Joker? Well, that's because the Joker experienced all forms of abuse during his childhood, all forms of bullying during school, and not to mention, he is still treated like shit in society. It is safe to say that the Joker is just sick and tired of society treating him like trash. The Joker is also one of the most relatable yet iconic villains out there. There are many people who can actually relate to Joker and sympathize with him. A lot of his quotes and messages, and also his rant about society, is actually accurate. And the last person in this video that I feel bad for is Benson from the famous Cartoon Network series Regular Show. If you want to know who Benson is basically one of the main characters of Regular Show. He is also the boss of the park, and the park is the setting of Regular Show. But now that's out of the way, honestly, I feel so bad for Benson, man. I mean, the amount of times he has to put up with Mordecai and Rigby is just insane. And I can actually show you many moments where you can feel bad for Benson. Like this clip here, for example.
Excuses! Excuses! How am I supposed to trust you when all you give me are excuses? When are you two gonna learn that your actions have consequences? Consequences that affect other people, like me. Don't you two understand? I'm about to lose my job. You may not care about keeping your jobs, but I care about keeping mine. Because if I lose my job, I have nothing. Do you hear me? I have nothing.
The amount of times Mordecai and Rigby endangered the park is genuinely insane, and Benson's rage is 100% justified. The baby ducks, the arcade, and the Peepers Creepers episodes are all examples of this. The only time where I genuinely hated Benson was in the Ultimatum episode. If you don't know what the Ultimatum episode is about, it's basically about these burgers that come once every 100 years. And the thing I hated about Benson in this episode is that he ate both of Mordecai and Rigby's burgers in this episode. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys in this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe with post notifications on, and comment something positive or comment your own video ideas. But anyways, see you guys in the next one.